Hello there. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay. Shut the door. Just wanted to get on here real quick. I am in between spell work. I'm tired as shit. While I wait on a response from my client before I begin the second half of his spells, I wanted to address something I seen this morning, but the comment was posted 4 days ago by Miles Dudley on a video that I said, "You are not a human being, you aren't significant." One of the words that my husband said to me, and in front of my kids at that. Miles Dudley says, "Sounds evil, like the flesh has outweighed the light. God, or Adonai, fights foes a lot better than we can. But you have to love your enemies and pray for them. If you are filled with hate, it ruins you inside out." I want to know what he means by "sounds like the flesh has outweighed the light." It's not making any sense to me. It's not clicking. Based off of my personal experience with Lucifer, based off of my personal experience being an abused, battered woman from a husband of 16 years, including my children, who are still suffering mentally and emotionally from him. He says, Adonai fights foes a lot better than we can. I want to know how that's possible. If Adonai fights foes a lot better than we can, then why did Adonai, or God from the Bible, allow this man to mentally, emotionally, sexually, and financially abuse me and my kids repeatedly? Tell me why my life got it better and improved within a year, literally a year, 2 to 3 years after remembering my pact that I made with Lucifer in the beginning. If God really fought foes for us and knew the perfect way, I would have been away from my husband at the first time I called out to Adonai, our God. I would have been away from him then. He wouldn't have tried to kill me in front of my kids. He wouldn't have choked me and beat me and battered me if God knew, or Adonai knew, how to fight a friend or a foe, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, an enemy, perfectly. Now, what happened was he perfectly worked through this man to kill me. That's what Adonai did. So before you come and comment on somebody else's YouTube videos, you need to get the backstory first before you start running your mouth. Adonai didn't do nothing for me. Lucifer did. I find it funny how I prayed to God and none of my prayers were answered. I find it funny how every time I asked God to help my husband get better, he treated us worse. But when I prayed to Lucifer to help me and my children get away from that man, we did. So before you go running your mouth, understand something. God works for who he wants to work for. You have to love your enemies and pray for them. It's called hexing. I hex my enemies. And I pray for their downfall. And I make sure they downfall. Mr. Miles Dudley. If you are filled with hate, it ruins you inside out. No, it don't. When you hex, you heal. When you curse somebody for the pain and suffering they have caused you mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, sexually, over you and your children, you hex the fuck out of them and you heal. any one of my enemies will not see the light of day. You hex and you heal. We don't turn the other cheek. Luciferians do not turn the other cheek. We don't turn the other cheek. We will not turn the other cheek. If you have run into a true Luciferian, we don't turn the other cheek. Just as much as he hurt me, 1,000 times over, he's gonna beg for what he did for me, to me and my children. What he's done for us. You want to know what my husband done for us? Caused us nothing but pain and suffering. Gave us a lot of mental damage. I was talking to my second son a few days ago. My baby wasn't doing nothing but crying out. Telling me how scarred he is from the way that my husband treated me and treated them. So you sit here and tell me how the God battles enemies for us. He don't. I ain't never not one time seen God, Adonai, fight nothing for me. Lucifer put that power in my hands and he said, do what you want with it. And I did exactly what I wanted with it. And I got exactly what I wanted out of it. And still doing it. So before you come on somebody's YouTube video screaming your bullshit, you go by your own damn life experience. Not some context in no book that's been written by the hands of man and rewritten and edited and co-copied and copyrighted and everything the fuck else under the goddamn sun. Until you have physical proof. Until you have experienced Adonai in your own life. Then you can tell the story. But if you have not experienced Adonai, the God of that Bible bullshit, and have found the true answers by experience in your own life, stay off my shit. I did not come to play. I did not come to hear no bullshit from people who don't even know what's up and down anymore. Because they're too busy going to work and coming home and looking silly. Being brainwashed and sounding all kinds of crazy. Miles Dudley, until you have personally experienced both sides of the fucking story, until you have experienced Adonai or God, and then went to the other side and experienced Lucifer, because I balanced myself. I have experienced both sides. I chose a side based off of my own life experience. Don't run your mouth. Keep your comments to yourself. Shh. Learn first by life experiences, not by the words written in no book. Now, as I wait for my client's response on the second half of his spell work for the rest of this month, I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that everybody is growing, prospering, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. I hope that you all have grown emotionally mature and have become somewhat or somewhere, some way free thinkers to look for the answers yourself. That's all I have for now. I got work to do. Peace. Hail Lucifer.